person would go. So that is itself is a, it's a reason for conflict in the evening that you've been out for 2 days. No, so it's like, and then I see the past people who have gone through that, the late their 50s and over. They have gone through that. The family's already been raised, so they don't have that commitment for raising the children. So my understanding is, how do you balance that? Because it's very hard, one person doing that, other person has to, because the load on the other person. I would, because somebody has to take care of the kids during the weekend, they have their homework. Next week there are a bunch of exams coming up, so somebody has to help them to prepare for exams and go back to the routine.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, Mr. Gupta, would you like to answer? The question is, her question is, I see more older people who are coming in doing a service and explaining about and involving more. People who are now in the middle age, who have children, if somebody comes for 2 days and stays in the conference, the other person takes the whole burden in the family. So that itself creates disharmonious situation at homes. So that's why a lot of people who get older are able to engage more, and people like middle-aged who have children are not able to, especially if both of them are not involved. So how do we resolve that and progress in this?
Why did you pick me to answer the question?
You were in front of the seat ready to answer, sir, so I wanted to give an opportunity.
Which I can answer.
Sure, yes.
Can I?
Of course.
No, I think that here what you are saying is, multiple approaches that one can take and understanding the situation. Each situation can be very different. In this particular case, when you have children, I think you have to do more adjustment, but the key is to communicate. Because if this happened for the first time in your experience, when you learn from this and write down some things, okay, if next time I have to go for 2 days and you have to take the care of the kids, write down some of these things and practice it to a level where you perfect the whole situation. So you are, for the future, you are trying to prevent this argument or expectations or not meeting the expectations. Communication is the key. Thank you.
I would like
Supplement.
just want to add something. This is a very simple solution. All you do is call Murli and tell him to arrange for babysitters.
There is babysitting here.
Yes.
But they don't like to be, they are also bound. Even I feel sorry for the kids. They are playing in the air. They have a lot of other things they probably have in their mind. They want to go for,
See,
So,
Why is it?
it needs a proper understanding, first of all, that brings in some responsibility, some sacrifice, some tolerance, some adjustment. Without that, there will not be any smooth sailing. Vittu koduthal, sahiputtanmai, dyagam. These three are very important. Without that, there will not be any harmony.
And I think Maharishi, similar question when it was also asked to Maharishi, he gave all similar great answers, and finally he said, if in spite of all this, if you're not able to get out, instead of creating this harmony and coming out, yogame aanalum kudumba amaidhi dhaan mukkiyam. Yogathukosram kudumba amaidhiya vitradinga. I mean, don't leave harmony for yoga, for the purpose of achieving spirituality. So spirituality, so hope that answers also. That's great.
We done together, both of you.
Yeah.
Agree with each other to undergo the jnana training or sacrificing the children's need. You have to make decision and arrange for thing, and then only you fix.
so in our case, probably in general, one person is more lean toward this type of things, and other person do not believe it. So it's hard to force them, let them live their life, that's okay. But then spending in conferences like this for 2 days, I mean, it improves my spiritual level. I'm so happy and charged. But another person, I would think, he would be all drained out, taking care of kids and cooking and feeding and so that is I'm really feel sorry for them.
It's a guilty feeling for
Yeah.
See, if you have been deeply involved in these 2 days and you're spiritually evolved, it has to show in your next 1 week the way you're going to behave with your children, with your husband, and they see that yes, she's so grateful to what they have done, the sacrifice you have done. If you can express that, I think that is where things lie. And I think you've got a great responsibility. You don't go just empty-handed today. Buy some chocolates and take things which your husband would like, etc., and do that. And I think you've got to be intelligent also. I'll give one more an example which is slightly different. But what I want is, spiritual advancement doesn't mean that you should be very clever in doing things. Okay? You're all business people here, many of you. You've got to use that also. And one tact which I would like to share. Swamiji was talking about family harmony and all those things. But one person, he said, you see, I've got a very serious problem. And I don't know how to solve. So then Swamiji asked him, what's the problem? The context is Indian, okay? Where your mother-in-law, his wife is also there, his mother is also there, okay? It's more difficult than 2 wives. So this man asked, and that's a Friday evening. In India the films they release on Friday, and Friday evening is the first show. And his wife wanted to see Rajinikanth's movie, and he had booked the tickets for the 2 of them. Because the mother doesn't like Rajinikanth's movies and all, she wants to see Sampurna Ramayana. So the ticket was booked only for 2 of them. And after the ticket was booked, the mother had asked him that Friday is a very important day, we have to go to a temple, Vadaparani temple. He said okay. He has told both. And now today he is to go home after hearing Family Harmony's lecture. So he told Swamiji, now what do you tell me, what do I do now? If I do this, I had it. If I did that, I had it. So now what do I do? Swamiji said, if you are a spiritual person, you've got to be intelligent. He said, okay, tell me what's the method. He says, you go home, don't talk to any of them, go straight to the bedroom. In Chennai, summer, take a blanket and pull it over it and then go into the bed. So both the mother and the wife will come to you and start shivering. You're going to be, at least you don't see Rajinikanth's movie, but act like him. Okay? So keep shivering. So then the mother will ask, what's happening? You say, just like malaria, you got some fever. Now the wife will forget about Rajinikanth, because she is your head hero. So she will forget about Rajinikanth and she will forget about Vadamani temple. Both of them will say, somebody with the mother-in-law will come and give you some inji kashayam, the grandmother's tincture, she will talk to doctor. Both of them will forget everything. So be intelligent. Okay, in such a situation, may not be exactly satyameva jayate, but dharmameva jayate.
To avoid conflict. I had a question. So,
over here.
Oh, okay, there's another question and then you...
We have 2 more questions.
Okay.
So this question also I think relates to all the questions that other people have asked in just a different context. This is about priority of habits, priority of values when there's a conflict between the husband and the wife. Right, starting from punctuality, people have some differences of opinion on punctuality, on eating habits. The husband and wife has different values. That's how the kids see us, right? To higher level priorities like money, the concept of money, giving, service, and spirituality also. So how do you resolve the difference? Because now in this world where everybody are engineers, we tend to think each one is right in their own way. And
Yeah,
each-
got it. Sure.
Exactly. So how do you resolve that differences?
Great.
Okay, I'll answer it. We'll know what it is. Again, Swamiji's prescription is this. Are you without fault? If anybody asks, we are all a lot of faults. In fact, you respect me because you don't know what are my faults. You're just seeing the white cloth and white beard, isn't it? So, I know what my faults are, much more than anybody else. But still, I love myself. Is it true or not?
Yes.
With all my faults.
Yes.
Exactly like that, accept your life partner with their fault. With her or his fault. Don't think he should not have smoked, he should not have drunk, he wouldn't have married you then. Okay?
That's a good answer.
etc. So accept the person as he is or as she is with their fault, just like you accept you with all your things.
That's a great answer. I got that our time is almost up, so maybe we'll take one question.
Two more.
Okay, so
One here.
I just have one comment to add, especially in the situation where she was talking about babysitting and, burden on one person. I think it's very important that I have seen practically to be a very appreciative of even the little things. When you're very appreciative of the little things and help out, then automatically I think they do understand that you do appreciate what they are doing and they are willing to do it for you the next time. So even it may be the smallest of things, but be appreciative and thank and come back and tell them you were able to do it because they did it, they adjusted. I think that helps a lot.
that's great.
So, all the time, that is the problem. Appreciation comes when we are Valga Vadamudan, we can say appreciation. Appreciation is very difficult, but we have to practice that in the family. We don't know, even we don't say thank you, sorry, please, all these things in our family. We should start it very regularly. Even wife cooks and offers everything every day. You have to say, husbands have the duty. They should say, it's very good, thank you, or some kind of appreciation, so that mutual friendship can develop.
I think I fully support that. I think some of the problems with the Indian families is that I think within our families, we generally don't express appreciation is not there. This is taken for granted. But it is a fault, you are immediately able to bounce upon it. I think from Western